The disappearance of a dock worker who posted a series of disturbing videos has sparked widespread speculation and fear. The man, whose identity remains unknown, released 8 videos online that showed shipping containers emitting chilling screams. His content quickly went viral as people debated the source of the unsettling noises. However, shortly after the videos gained traction, the worker behind the account mysteriously vanished, leading many to believe that he had been silenced for exposing something sinister. The dock worker's job required him to work closely with incoming shipping containers, inspecting and moving them as they arrived at the port. Over time, he began noticing strange sounds emanating from some of the containers. At first, he brushed them off as mechanical noises or the shifting of cargo. However, the sounds grew more persistent, and one night he heard what he could only describe as human screams coming from inside a container. Troubled by what he had witnessed, he decided to document the phenomenon. In his videos, the man filmed the large steel shipping containers, while muffled yet unmistakable screams could be heard coming from within. Some of the sounds were frantic and desperate, while others were chillingly subdued. He posted these videos online, questioning what could be inside and why no one was investigating. The footage quickly gained attention, with thousands of people commenting and sharing their theories. Some speculated that the containers were being used for smuggling people into the port, while others believed they could be part of a secret operation. Despite the alarming nature of the videos, authorities and port officials remained silent. No official statements were issued to address the claims, which only fueled more suspicion. Other dock workers began coming forward anonymously, stating that they had also heard strange noises coming from containers, but were too afraid to speak out. Some said that their concerns were routinely dismissed when they reported the eerie sounds to their supervisors. They claimed that working conditions at the docks made it difficult to demand answers, as they were often underpaid and their complaints were ignored. As the videos gained more traction, the man behind the account continued posting updates. He expressed fears for his safety, but remained determined to expose the truth. Then, without warning, his account went silent. His social media pages were either deleted or abandoned, and no further updates came. Concerned followers attempted to track him down, but no one could find any information about his whereabouts. Some believed that he had gone into hiding out of fear, while others feared that he had been silenced by powerful forces who did not want the truth exposed. Following his disappearance, discussions about the videos only intensified. Online forums and independent investigators analyzed the footage, attempting to enhance the audio and pinpoint the exact locations where the recordings were made. It is well documented that shipping containers have been used in trafficking operations, and some feared that the dock worker had stumbled upon evidence of such an operation. Several months after the videos first appeared, other dock workers reported hearing similar sounds, but stated that they were powerless to do anything about it. Some claimed that port security had increased, making it even more difficult to investigate. Others reported seeing containers being quickly moved or shipped off in the dead of night, with no records of their contents. These revelations only added to the growing sense of unease surrounding the mystery. Despite the dock worker's disappearance, his videos continue to circulate online, keeping the mystery alive. People have debated that he was a whistleblower who uncovered something sinister. Some believe that if the videos had been faked, the man would not have vanished so suddenly. The lack of answers has only fueled further speculation, with many wondering if similar incidents are happening at ports around the world. For now, the mystery remains unsolved. The recent revelations surrounding mysterious disappearances and unexplained events have led many to question whether these incidents are connected to something much larger. The unsettling case of the dock worker who vanished after releasing videos of screaming coming from inside shipping containers has only added to growing concerns that there may be an organized effort to cover up these disturbing occurrences. As more information continues to surface, people are beginning to draw connections between cases that once seemed isolated, raising the possibility that they could all be part of a much larger and more sinister network. One of the most alarming aspects of this growing discussion is the sheer number of people who disappear each year without a trace. While official reports state that around 170,000 people are reported missing annually, charities and law enforcement agencies have admitted that this number is likely a significant underestimate. In the United Kingdom alone, police reported receiving over 330,000 reports of missing persons in a single year. Globally, the actual number is believed to be upwards of 600,000 people who vanish each year under mysterious or unexplained circumstances. The true scale of this crisis is likely far greater than what is being reported, leading many to wonder just how many of these disappearances are connected to illegal human operations or other hidden agendas. The case of the missing dock worker is particularly concerning because it suggests that those who attempt to expose the truth may be silenced. His disappearance has sparked discussions about whether powerful individuals or organizations are actively working to keep certain information hidden. If there is an ongoing operation involving illegal human activities within shipping containers, it raises disturbing questions about who is involved and whether they are being protected by authorities or influential entities. The possibility that entire networks exist to facilitate these crimes is something that cannot be ignored. This case has also drawn comparisons to other whistleblowers and journalists who have gone missing or died under suspicious circumstances after attempting to expose corruption, crime, or government cover-ups. The pattern is undeniable. When individuals begin uncovering uncomfortable truths, they often face intimidation, threats, or worse. Many believe that the disappearance of the dock worker could be part of a larger effort to suppress knowledge of illegal human operations, which are known to be one of the most lucrative illegal industries in the world. If there is truth to this theory, then the implications are horrifying. As reports of missing people continue to rise, new evidence has emerged linking certain disappearances to organized crime and trafficking rings. Investigations into illegal global networks have revealed that people are often smuggled in cargo ships, concealed in shipping containers, and transported across borders without detection. Survivors who have managed to escape these horrific conditions have described being locked inside metal containers for days or even weeks, enduring extreme temperatures, lack of food and water, and the constant fear of being abandoned or executed if they were discovered. Some experts believe that the screams heard in the dock workers' videos could be linked to similar cases where victims were trapped inside containers being used for smuggling purposes. Further complicating the issue is the lack of transparency from law enforcement and government agencies. Many cases of missing persons are quickly dismissed as voluntary disappearances, runaways, or simply labeled as unsolvable. In other instances, crucial evidence goes missing, investigations are halted, or officials refuse to comment on cases that seem to have clear signs of foul play. These patterns of obstruction have led to growing concerns that some of these disappearances are not only being ignored, but actively covered up. The international scope of the problem cannot be ignored. With the number of missing persons continuing to climb each year, there are clear indications that these disappearances are not just random or coincidental. Many countries report high numbers of missing individuals, yet the response from authorities often lacks urgency or commitment. Families searching for their loved ones are met with bureaucracy, lack of resources, and little to no follow-up. It is this widespread negligence that has fueled theories that something much bigger is at play, and that those in power may be complicit in keeping the truth hidden. What is perhaps most chilling about this situation is that it suggests a level of organization far beyond what many people are willing to accept. If certain groups or individuals are behind these disappearances, and if whistleblowers like the dock worker are being silenced for exposing it, then it would mean that the exploitation of human lives is being carried out on an industrial scale, with layers of protection ensuring that those responsible are never brought to justice. This also raises the question of why governments and law enforcement agencies are not taking stronger action to combat illegal human activities and investigate large-scale disappearances. Some have suggested that these operations are too valuable to those in power, providing financial and political leverage over those involved. Others believe that law enforcement is simply overwhelmed, unable to combat the sheer scale of these crimes, while still others fear that elements within governments themselves may be complicit. Regardless of the exact cause, the undeniable truth is that hundreds of thousands of people are vanishing every year, and cases like that of the dock worker continue to highlight the darker realities lurking beneath the surface. The voices of those who have been lost remain unheard, while those who try to speak out face suppression or even disappearance themselves. As awareness grows, so too does the demand for answers. The mystery surrounding the missing dock worker has opened the floodgates for conversations about human corruption and the frightening possibility that these crimes are being carried out in plain sight. If this is truly as widespread as it seems, then it may be one of the greatest cover-ups in modern history. The only way forward is for people to continue asking questions, sharing information, and refusing to let these stories fade into obscurity. The truth may be buried beneath layers of secrecy, but with continued effort and vigilance, it may one day come to light. Until then, the mystery remains, leaving behind an unsettling reality that must not be ignored.